Welcome to your in-depth horoscope forecast for week commencing the 24th of August for the Sun or the Ascendant. If you've yet to subscribe to my channel, I'd be honoured if you did so now, especially if you do comment, because I do answer every single one. Also, you can join Elisa and I on the daily astrology and video show. You can see your written daily horoscope there. I explain the dominant astrological feature of each day. Elisa gives a more spiritual dimension. Or you can download now, free, beneath here, your natal horoscope report to find out exactly where all your planets are located. Now this week begins with the Sun in the sign of Virgo still, along with Mercury. Now Mercury, of course, is the ruler of Virgo, so this presents an opportunity for precision. But we're going to need it this week because on Tuesday there's a quarter moon in the more exuberant, buccaneering sign of Sagittarius. And it's possible that this could see us promise to do things for people in good faith, which may prove actually a bit difficult to deliver upon. Or if we're someone who's very conscientious at the best of times, it may seem that other people's demands are really closing in on us. So it's just a reminder to reinforce our boundaries. Now Mars, the planet of desire, is still in a right angle with Saturn. This has been going on all month. And of course Saturn is in retrograde, as is Mars. So the clue here is that if we're wanting to make progress about something, we're probably going to need to factor in that it might not go quite as quickly as we like, because Saturn can be like almost a brake that restricts and limits us and creates frustration, quite frankly. But Venus is definitely the dominant planet this week and forges a number of very interesting angles. On Monday and Tuesday, she's pushing us to go outside our comfort zone, be a bit more experimental. If we're in a relationship where we're basically happy, but it's become rather too mundane, Venus and Uranus are saying, look, can we change things up a bit? Reimagine how we can do things to recreate the spark. But also Pluto is in conflict with Pluto this week. Now, tiny Pluto is very influential because it is about power. And so when we have Venus opposite Pluto, somebody could offer us something. It may be to do with a business proposition, it may be a financial situation, or it may be affection. It could even be sex. But when Pluto's involved in the mix, we need to be a little bit aware of as to if there's any leverage involved, any catch. But someone may really present something or themselves in such an alluring way, it may be very hard to resist. And also Venus is forging a quite beautiful angle to Neptune. This is one of the most glorious of all the Venus-Neptune angles, and it can promote the potential for true love. But it is also true to say that Venus is in opposition with Jupiter, which is rather an exuberant link, which kind of encourages us to have fun, to be, although Jupiter's weakened in the sign of Capricorn, it is saying, look, if we can break out and enjoy the good things in life, perhaps spoil ourselves a little bit, because Jupiter can be in Capricorn about luxury, and Venus in Cancer is about creating a reality that's rather warming and comforting. So you can see an enormous welter of different planetary influences. The best thing each of us can do is be conscious of sincerity, because with Venus in Cancer, it's a very nurturing, it's a very lovely location, and it can bring out the more mothering instincts within us. But I think if there is somebody perhaps dazzles us with that Uranus energy, who's rather different and dashing, just be conscious of the Pluto energy as well, because the potential for something magical is there this week, but also for some kind of grand deception too. Your specific forecast, Taurus, sees a 5th, 8th house quarter moon, which is very much to do with politics in love or politics around a business situation where you feel your creativity is not being rewarded by the partner in the way you would like. But you know, Venus, your ruler is not just about love, although it can be, of course. It can be about loot. But I think what's really engaging you this week is your ideas. And because the Sun and Mercury are in the most spectacularly self-expressive part of your scope, but Venus is in Cancer, which is fantastic for you to articulate yourself, you could absolutely mesmerize someone this week. Don't underestimate that. Seriously, your sensuality comes a lot from the way you speak. Your larynx is a big part. Your voice can be very seductive. And I think your ideas, your belief systems could be something that someone's really quite bewitched by this week. And you know, it could be the real deal with Neptune and Uranus in the mix. Uranus could bring in someone very different. Neptune, someone incredibly sincere. But also with Pluto and Jupiter in the mix, it's possible that something seems to be the bee's knees and ends up to be the bee's bottom. So you need to proceed with a bit of caution. Also, the planet of desire is still trapped in a retrograde in your 12th house and being squared off by Saturn. So the truth of a past relationship may still be haunting you or making it difficult to move forwards, or the way someone used power in an inappropriate way, or perhaps you are still coming to terms with a separation. If you're tempted back into an old relationship, I would proceed with caution. It doesn't mean to say it couldn't work, but I think you would have both had to have had quite a period of reflection and perhaps learned why it didn't work out the last time round, because with Mars in that square with Saturn, it would have to be profoundly resolved for it to work now, to be honest. But if you're wanting to share skills and ideas that you've got, you can draw such goodness to you. This could be a very, very special week. But as ever, with Pluto particularly, and to a degree Neptune, sincerity is the key. So look out for that in anyone who's trying to charm you, and obviously be guided by your own sincerity too. Thank you so much for having joined me. It's been a real pleasure being with you. If you'd like to ascend above your zodiac sign and embrace more serious astrology, please check out my affordable range of astrology reports. You can get 30% off a forecast and a character analysis, or you can check out my one-to-one consultations and see my testimonials below. But for now, stay safe, take care, and good luck.